So here's a list of ingredients that will be going in today's recipe. I'll be making baked Ziti, and starting from left to right, I have some mozzarella cheese, and in the back there I have a mixture of some mozzarella as well as white cheddar cheese, and I'll be using that in place of the ricotta cheese. I also have some parmesan cheese, and next to that I have my marinara pasta sauce as well as my choice of pasta. And in the front I have 1 whole onion, and to the side of that I have 1 pound of ground beef. And I'll also be seasoning the ground beef with some basil, some onion powder, some black pepper, a little bit of crushed red peppers, and I have some Italian seasoning in the back as well as some sea salt. And that's about it. In a separate pot, I already have started some water with some oil and salt, and I'm just going to bring that up to a boil and add the pasta as soon as that happens. So I'll mix that ground beef in just a little bit more, and I'm just going to go ahead and just start seasoning the ground beef. I'm going to add some onion powder, about 2 teaspoons of onion powder. I'm also going to go ahead and add some basil, about a teaspoon of basil. I'll also be adding about about a quarter of a teaspoon of some crushed red pepper. Sprinkle a little on top. And I'll also be adding 1 sachet of Sazon. All the seasonings have been added and mixed in, and I'm going to go ahead and continue to let this cook for about 5 to 10 minutes more, or just until the ground beef is done, and then I'll go ahead and add the pasta sauce. My water has begun to pick up a boil. So now I'm just going to go ahead and add 1 whole box of the pasta. So this is 1 whole box of the pasta going in. And I'm just going to let that cook halfway before I drain it. So it's been about 3 minutes, and I'm checking in on the ground beef, and I'm just going to go ahead and break it up a little bit. It's already taken on some color, so I'm just going to break the pieces up into smaller pieces, and I will cover the pot and let that cook for 2 minutes more. Okay, so it's been about 2 minutes more, and I'm just going to go ahead and add my marinara sauce. And this is the marinara sauce going in. And to that, I'll add just about a teaspoon of Italian seasoning. And then I'll stir it. Get some Italian seasoning going in. Just about a teaspoon. Okay. And I'm just going to stir everything up. And I'll continue to let the sauce cook while I go drain the pasta. So I have my pasta draining. I stopped the cooking process by adding some cold water, so it should be ready to go in the oven pretty soon. And to the side of that, I have my pasta sauce, which has been cooking for about an extra 3 minutes, and it's just about ready. So I'm going to turn off the heat, and I'm going to start preparing the Ziti. So in a bowl, I have my drained pasta. And to the side of that, I have some mozzarella cheese and white cheddar cheese that I set to the side earlier. So I'm going to go ahead and just add that cheese to the bowl. of pasta. And like I said, I'm using the mozzarella and cheddar cheese mix as a substitute for the ricotta cheese. And right on top of that, I'm just going to add a few soup spoons of the pasta sauce that I've already prepared. Just a little bit. And I'm just going to mix it all through. I've lightly added enough sauce to cover about the bottom of the pan, and I'm going to go ahead and add about half of my pasta to the pan. Be careful not to make a mess. I'm just coating the top very lightly with the mozzarella cheese. And on top of that, I'm going to add some Parmesan cheese. So here's the Parmesan cheese that I'm adding to the top. And now I'm going to go ahead and repeat those same steps and add the sauce, the pasta, and the cheese. Alright, so my second layer of sauce has been added, and now I'm going to go ahead and add the remainder of the pasta. I'll be adding the remainder of the mozzarella cheese on top. And I will finish off that layer with some Parmesan cheese. Okay, so now the Ziti is ready to go in the oven. I'm just going to cover this with some foil. The oven has already been set to 350 degrees, and I'm going to continue to let this bake for about 30 to 40 minutes or until it's done. I went ahead and retrieved the Ziti out of the oven. The cheese has completely melted on top, and it looks so delicious. Yeah, it's ready to be served. Enjoy!